Good evening and welcome. This is our Monday, May 23, 2016 edition of the Government News Brief. In the news, IFMAS to be upgraded, better quality turnkey houses being built, national plan of action to be created for climate resilient sector, and 3 more days for our much anticipated 50th Independence Anniversary celebrations. I am Azim Khan. Stay tuned for the details. Thank you for staying with us. This is the Government News Brief. Here now are the details. New monitoring and certification measures are being employed to assure the delivery of quality turnkey homes. More in this report.
The quality of the turnkey houses at Providence and Perseverance was called into question after investigations revealed several defects in their construction. Minister with responsibility for housing, Valerie Sharp-Patterson, explains.
It was ridiculous. When we investigated, it was poor work done by our contractors. Very poor work. Inferior materials done. They did not comply with the scope of work. And so we have to take some blame for that because we had our projects department supervising. Okay. We had clerks of work on the programs. What happened there?
The construction of new turnkey homes was halted to facilitate the board's review on the way forward for the correction of the faulty houses. Minister Sharp-Patterson revealed that corrective work has commenced at Providence and Perseverance.
We have to repair those homes. I know the chairman of the board of CHMPA met with the persons at Perseverance, and right now we are in the process of doing corrective work. What we're also doing, the homes that we have currently being built, we are also ensuring that proper inspection is done.
The minister points out that this is the new approach of demanding and offering quality products to homeowners.
Persons are paying $4.5 million for the home, $500,000 for the land, and you cannot give people inferior work. So we're in the process of doing inspection to ensure that when we hand those homes over, it is properly done and the people get value for their money.
The board is expecting that the occupancy rate of the homes will improve once the faults are remedied. Renetta LaFleur, Government News Brief.
Better accountability with government's upgrade of the Independent Financial Management Accounting System, IFMAS. Here are the details.
Government's Integrated Financial Management System, IFMAS, is soon to be upgraded, says Minister of Finance Winston Jordan.
We're also looking at reorganizing the Treasury itself. Our IFMAS is going to be upgraded. We have already signed contracts with the free balance.
The IFMAS system was instituted in 2004 to replace the manual processing of all transactions in government departments, but some of the modules were never installed under the previous administration.
We engaged with the owners of the IFMAS, Free Balance, to put in the new upgraded system. I think by December we should have the key module that has to do with the preparation of the budget and so on up and running. My understanding is that there will be a bit of challenges because it's a slightly different system and will require a lot of training of the users, all right, which will have to take place over the next 6 months. Once that module gets on stream, then other modules will progressively be put in place until all the modules, all right, this time will be put in place.
The Minister of Finance points out the benefits of a fully functional IFMAS.
A better recording system, a better accountability system, faster preparation of final statements and accounting statements, and I believe every other thing that comes with it, like reduce, hopefully, fraud.
IFMAS was implemented for all central government financial management activities by linking ministries, departments, and regions through a network of computers. I am Kiraki Amsterdam for Government News Brief.
Stakeholders are crafting a national plan of action to build resilience in climate-sensitive sectors. Find out how in this report.
Stakeholders participated in a recent two-day National Climate Outlook consultation aimed at creating an action plan to build resilience in climate-sensitive sectors.
The intention here is to pave the way for climate services at the national level, because I'm sure that the presence here suggests that we all recognize the added stress climate places on our society.
Addressing the need for a plan in the socio-economic sector, Dr. Federico Delgado of the World Meteorological Organization shared some climate change challenges.
Change are critical sustainable development issues. The occurrence of extreme events such as droughts and floods, for example, has become a major concern as they can set back development efforts in many countries. The need to tackle efficiently the increasing impacts of climate variability and change in socioeconomic sectors such as agriculture, disaster risk reduction, energy, health, water, and many more, calls for the development of appropriate mechanisms.
There are systems in place that can predict seasonal climate change, but these are not being fully utilized. Dr. Cedric van Meerbeek made his input from a scientist's viewpoint, highlighting how critical research and experiment exercises are to the drafting of this plan.
So that means that I'm very much involved with setting up the science, doing the research, building the products, training the med service personnel who are going to deliver the products in how they can deliver the products, and then continue to speak with our users on how to improve those products.
The better use of these systems can result in a more concise approach towards combating the negative effects of climate change.
Coming out of this, we might well find that some of the things that our stakeholders are requesting, we might not actually have to in-house, but at least it will help us to plan in terms of what are the resources that we need in order to meet the requirements or the needs of our stakeholders.
The stakeholders made their contributions on the action plan through individual presentations.
When someone requests the data, many of us may not even know how to interpret the data. We need persons to be trained so that they can actually analyze and read the data.
Forecasting is very, very important in terms of planning, especially for the farmer, whether he should plant today or whether he should leave it for tomorrow, and what would be the situation with the weather at the time of harvesting.
The consultation was executed by the Hydrometeorological Service of Guyana in collaboration with the World Meteorological Organization, Global Framework for Climate Service, Environment of Canada, and the Caribbean Institute of Meteorology and Hydrology. For this government news brief, I am Namila Baines-Rowe.
The Ministry of Public Infrastructure advises the general public that from Saturday, May 21 to Thursday, June 30, 2016, there will be improvement works ongoing on Kerry Festa Avenue between Camp Street and Vlissingen Road. These works will cause a reduction in the flow of traffic. Road users are asked to utilize alternative routes to enter and leave the city where possible to avoid traffic congestion. The ministry urges road users to pay careful attention to all caution and directional signs in the area. The Ministry of Public Infrastructure regrets any inconvenience caused. The National Commemoration Commission wishes to advise the general public that there has been a slight adjustment to the Jubilee Parade route. The costume bands participating in the Jubilee Float Parade will now assemble at the Stabroek Square instead of Church Street. The float parade will then move from Stabroek Square east along Brick Dam, then into Jubilee Park. Today, May 23, 2016, we are officially 3 days away from celebrating Guyana's 50th independence. In this next report, we hear of some of the 50th independence activities that Guyanese continue to enjoy. The Cyril Potter College of Education held its Jubilee Parade, and there was the Jubilee Festival and sweet steel pan music.
The Cyril Potter College of Education's Jubilee Parade saw participants dressed in national colors, upholding the Jubilee theme, Reflect, Inspire and Celebrate. Students from the Cummins Lodge Secondary School also participated. The Steel Pan concert, Pan on the Wall, saw various bands performing a diverse collection of music, including classical, reggae, calypso, jazz, chutney, and fusion for all ages. This was held on May 9th to 21 on the Seawall.
We came out for this specifically because my mother, who is 80 years old and lives in Jamaica, came here to see everything possible. So she is here. She just abandoned us and went in one of the fancy seats. But that's why we came to see this and just to enjoy the music.
This has been an excellent experience. It's something different. And for me, I would like it to continue in this outdoor setting, not as formal as when it's at the sports hall and so on. But it's an excellent experience, very relaxing.
The Jubilee Festival, which started with a night of spiritual upliftment, continued with Everything Guyanese and 4 mega concert Nights of the Legend and Generation Next at the National Stadium.
So many people out there and they're looking for love. Too many broken hearts and too much dire situation.
Take a minute and see yourself in the mirror. You look like me, those eyes, lips you can't deny.
The celebrations continue this week with the national and regional flag-raising ceremonies, which will be held in all 10 administrative regions on May 25th, as well as the Jubilee Float Parade on May 26th. Major shows and concerts will be promoted by Hits and Jams Entertainment, Ansi McCall, Bank CIH Limited, and GT&T, and many others as the Jubilee celebration continues. For the Government News Brief, Sneaker Thorne reporting.
That concludes today's edition of the Government News Brief. The details of these and other stories can be found on GINA's website. We encourage you to subscribe to our website and YouTube channel. You can also like and follow us on Facebook to be updated as the news unfolds. Remember, we are 3 days away from our Independence Jubilee celebrations. Stay connected to GINA as we bring you updates on the activities for the grand celebrations. Do join us again tomorrow for another edition of the Government News Brief. Thank you for watching.